Is a faltering economy truly to blame for your financial troubles? In these uncertain times, it's easy to point fingers and assign blame towards an ambiguous entity like the economy. Financial stability is a coveted state of being that everyone yearns to attain. But how can one achieve this amidst a fluctuating economy, with soaring interest rates, depleting job opportunities, and overall financial insecurity? The answer lies not in the economy's performance, but rather in your financial literacy or the lack thereof. It's easy to lay blame on the economy, attributing personal financial woes to its downturn. But what we often overlook is our role in managing our finances effectively within the parameters of our economic reality. Financial health isn't about how much money you have, but about how well you manage what you have. Economic downturns arise from a complex web of factors. Interest rates fluctuate, markets crash, and job opportunities diminish. These are realities we must accept. However, the economic environment, regardless of its state, should not deter one from achieving financial stability. People often lament, the economy is bad. People aren't buying, it's the government's fault. Interest rates are too high. They utter these words, filled with frustration and despair, seemingly trapped in a cycle of financial instability and economic uncertainty. They believe that there is a mere reflection of the economy's state, an unfortunate consequence of being at the mercy of invisible market forces and government decisions. The reality is that, while the economy plays a significant role in our financial journeys, it's not the sole determinant of our financial health. We are not mere puppets in the hands of the economy, helpless to its fluctuations and whims. We have the power to control our personal finances, to make sound financial decisions that can improve our financial health, regardless of the economic situation. Financial education is the key to unlocking this power. Understanding the basic principles of finance, from budgeting to investing, can equip one with the tools necessary to navigate the rough seas of economic downturn. It provides the knowledge to make informed decisions about saving, spending, and investing, decisions that can lead to financial stability, even in the most turbulent economic times. Excuses are easy to come up with, blaming the economy, blaming the government, blaming interest rates. These are all convenient scapegoats for our financial woes, but these excuses do not solve the problem. They merely deflect responsibility and prevent us from taking control of our financial futures. Financial education empowers one to break the cycle of financial instability. It provides the knowledge and skills necessary to manage money effectively, to save wisely, to invest strategically, and to plan for the future. It teaches one to understand the economic environment and to adapt financial strategies according to the ebbs and flows of the economy. It demystifies the complex world of finance, making it accessible and to all. A faltering economy may be part of the equation, but it's not the entire story. Your financial education, or lack thereof, plays a significant role in your financial stability, and it's within your power to change that. So stop making excuses, start learning, start planning, and start taking control of your personal finances. By doing so, you can achieve financial stability no matter the state of the economy. Excuses, excuses, and more excuses. Consider this. Are the interest rates in your country too high? Or on the other hand, are they too low? Let's take a moment to really delve into that question. For the average person, the answer might be black and white. For professional investors, however, it's a world painted in shades of grey. A world where they can pivot and adapt to the shifting tides of the financial market, where they can navigate the churning seas of interest rates and come out victorious. It's an intriguing question, isn't it? Posing it gives us an amazing opportunity to explore the world of interest rates and how they affect our lives and our investments. It's a chance to unveil the gears and cogs that keep this massive financial mechanism, this scenario. You decide to buy a property today. You dive into the world of real estate and secure a long-term mortgage at an 8% interest rate. You might ask, why exactly 8%? Why not more or less? Well, that's part of the many nuances of this fascinating world. Different factors such as creditworthiness, economic health, and market conditions can determine the interest rate you get. Now let's introduce a twist into this tale. Interest rates fall. At first glance, it might seem like a bad thing. After all, you're stuck paying 8% while everyone else is enjoying lower rates. However, as a savvy investor, you can refinance and take advantage of these lower payments. This is where the strength of knowledge and financial acumen come into play. But what if the opposite happens? What if inflation soars and interest rates skyrocket, reaching double digits? Now that might sound disastrous. But for you, the professional investor, it's a golden opportunity. During inflation, your property value rises. Your debt, however, remains fixed. You continue to pay it off with money that's been devalued due to inflation. In this scenario, inflation is your secret ally, giving your property value a boost while simultaneously making your debt easier to handle. Think about it, it's quite a fascinating concept, isn't it? You borrowed money when its purchasing power was strong. When the economy was healthy and vibrant, you secured a loan and invested it in property. As time goes by, this borrowed money loses its purchasing power due to inflation. But your debt doesn't increase, it remains the same. So you're effectively paying off your debt with money that's worth less than when you borrowed it. The world of interest rates is a world of possibilities. It's a world where the savvy investor understands how to make the best out of every situation, whether interest rates are high or low. It's a world where the wise investor knows how to adapt to the ever-changing financial landscape and make the most out of every opportunity that comes their way, turning potential risks into profitable ventures. So, let's go back to our initial question. Are the interest rates in your country too high or too low? For the average person, this might mean worrying about mortgage payments or savings account yields. But for the professional investor, it's an opportunity to strategize, to navigate, to win. Look at it this way. You borrow dollars, or pesos, euros, etc. when their purchasing power is strong, and you pay them back when their purchasing power has decreased. You win. Many people worry that low interest rates would turn more people into homeowners and rents would fall. This anxiety is not unfounded, as the mechanics of the property market can often be complex and unpredictable. The fear that low interest rates could lead to a decline in rental prices stems from a basic understanding of demand and supply. As interest rates fall, it becomes cheaper for people to borrow money. As a result, more people are able to afford home loans. This surge in home ownership can cause an initial drop in demand for rental properties, leading to a potential decreased prices. This is the fear that many people hold. However, this is a simplistic view of the property market, which fails to take into account other influential factors. One such factor is the potential increase in the price of properties. As more people are able to afford home loans due to lower interest rates, demand for properties increases. This heightened demand often results in an increase in property prices. One might argue that the increase in property prices could lead to even more people opting to rent rather than buy properties. But this argument also overlooks some key aspects of the property market. For instance, many people buy property not just to live in, but also to invest in. Property is seen as a stable, tangible investment that can provide a reliable return over time. Thus, even if property prices rise, people may still choose to buy property as a long-term investment. Moreover, it's important to remember that property is not the only thing people can invest their money in. When interest rates are low, the return on other forms of investment, such as savings accounts or bonds, tends to be low as well. As a result, people may be more inclined to invest in property, even if the prices are higher. But let's not forget about the impact of rising property prices on renters. As property prices rise, landlords may choose to increase rent to cover their higher mortgage payments. This, in turn, could actually lead to an increase in rents, rather than a decrease. Another important factor to consider is the effect of falling interest rates on capitalization rates. The capitalization rate, or cap rate, is a real valuation measure used to compare different real estate investments. When interest rates fall, cap rates also fall. This is because the cap rate is calculated by dividing the net operating income by the property price. When interest rates are low, the cost of borrowing money to buy a property is also low. This means that the net operating income, the income left after all costs have been deducted, is likely to be higher. As a result, the cap rate is lower. A lower cap rate suggests that the property is more valuable. This rise in property values that comes with falling cap rates can make buying a property a less attractive proposition. Higher property prices mean higher down payments and potentially larger loan repayments. This can deter many potential buyers, pushing them towards the rental market instead. In conclusion, while the idea that low interest rates would lead to a fall in rents It's a simplistic view that doesn't take into account the many factors at play in the property market. The interplay between interest rates, property prices, and rental demand is complex and multifaceted. When interest rates fall, you can refinance or you can sell your property at a higher price. Because when interest rates fall, capitalization rates also fall. And the lower the capitalization rates, the higher the value of the properties. When interest rates rise due to an increase in inflation, a fascinating dynamic happens. As the proprietor of real estate, you are given a unique opportunity. You can increase the amount you charge for rent, leveraging the fluctuating economic climate to your advantage. It's a balancing act of sorts, made even more intriguing by the dance of interest rates. However, it's not just the rent you can adjust. You can also pay off your loan with what is effectively cheaper money. This phenomenon is not something that occurs randomly, but rather it's a consistent pattern that observant investors have learned to forecast and exploit. It's an economic game of chess, where the savvy players can put themselves in the best possible position when inflation begins to tick upwards. They are prepared, oftentimes months or even years in advance, to make their move when the conditions are right. Part of this strategy involves understanding the nuances of the borrowing landscape. They make their moves according to the ebbs and flows of the financial market, always staying one step ahead. These investors make a conscious decision to borrow money when the conditions are favorable, and then pay off their loans when the value of the money has decreased due to inflation. It's a calculated decision that reflects a deep understanding of macroeconomic concepts and trends. In fact, this concept is a cornerstone in the strategy of many professional investors. They've made careers out of exploiting these financial mechanisms, leveraging their knowledge and skill to generate substantial profits. And this isn't just limited to individual investors. Large investment firms and hedge funds also employ this strategy. It's a well-recognized pattern in the industry, a proven method for maximizing returns in a fluctuating market. But it's not just about understanding the financial landscape. It's also about having to anticipate changes in the market to predict which way the winds of economic fortune will blow next. Professional investors spend countless hours studying market trends, analyzing economic indicators, and making informed predictions about the future state of the economy. They don't just react to changes in the market, they forecast them, creating a plan of action well in advance of any shifts in the economic climate. In this dance of investment and return, timing is key. It's about knowing when to make your move, when to increase rent, when to pay off loans. The most successful investors are those who know how to time their actions just right, capitalizing on the changing dynamics of the market. How do they do it? It's a combination of experience, knowledge, and instinct. These investors have spent years honing their skills, learning from their successes and failures, and incorporating their insights into their investment strategy. They have an intimate understanding of the market, a keen eye for detail, and a sixth sense for predicting market trends. With this combination of skills, they can navigate the turbulent waters of the financial market with confidence and finesse. However, it's not just the professional investors who can benefit from this strategy. Even novice investors can learn to understand and exploit these financial patterns, leveraging the dynamics of the market to their advantage. With the right knowledge and guidance, anyone can become a savvy investor, making informed decisions based on the shifting economic climate. The key to success is knowledge. That's why it's so crucial for anyone interested in investing to educate themselves about the financial market, to understand the dynamics of interest rates and inflation, and to learn how to anticipate and exploit economic trends. Armed with this knowledge, it's possible for anyone to become a successful investor. It's not about being lucky, it's about understanding the market, making informed decisions, and timing your actions just right. And with the right strategies and a little bit of foresight, anyone can win the economic game of chess. No matter which direction interest rates take, professional investors always come out as winners, regardless of the direction the market takes. Exercise. Always be counter-cyclical. As Warren Buffett said, buy when everyone is selling and sell when everyone is buying. This philosophy by one of the world's greatest investors, Buffett, is a golden rule in the world of investing. It is simple, yet profound. It represents the counterintuitive strategy that seasoned investors use to make their fortunes in the unpredictable world of the financial markets. The principle behind it is that when everyone is selling, they're doing so out of fear and panic, resulting in stocks being undervalued. On the other hand, when everyone is buying, it's usually due to overexuberance and the prices of stocks are inflated. By going against the crowd, you can buy low and sell high, which is the goal of investing. In saying this, Buffett is emphasizing the importance of financial education. The well-educated investor, the one who understands the market cycles, the dynamics of supply and demand, and the psychology of other investors, can make decisions that are more informed and less swayed by the emotions of the crowd. This knowledge empowers them to take advantage of the market's fluctuations, to buy when prices are low and sell when prices are high, regardless of the general sentiment. Blaming the economy for financial challenges overlooks the power of financial. In times of economic downturn, it's easy to point fingers at external circumstances. But for those who have acquired financial literacy, these are the times when the best opportunities arise. Investments that were previously out of reach due to high prices become affordable. Real estate, stocks, mutual funds, all may drop in value, providing the savvy investor with opportunities to buy at low prices. Remember, professionals win regardless of the market's direction. They understand that the market is like a pendulum, constantly swinging between optimism and pessimism. They know that high interest rates can mean profitable investments in interest-based financial instruments. Low interest rates, on the other hand, can spell opportunities in equity-based investments. The key is in understanding these patterns and trends and using them to inform investment decisions. Whether dealing with high or low interest rates, the savvy investor can always find a way to profit. In a high-interest environment, bonds and other fixed-income securities become attractive as they offer higher returns. In contrast, in a low-interest environment, stocks and real estate can offer potential for growth as businesses expand and property values increase. It's all about understanding the context and making the most appropriate financial decisions based on the circumstances at hand. And finally, heed Warren Buffett's advice. Buy when everyone is selling and sell when everyone is buying. This mantra is the embodiment of a contrarian investing strategy. It is a call to resist the herd mentality that often leads to financial ruin. It is to stand strong in the face of panic selling and irrational buying. It is a call to trust in your financial education, your understanding of the market, and your ability to make sound investment decisions. This is the key to winning in any economy.